Hi, Cara here from the Discovery Center in Ocala, Florida, and I'm here with Miss Kate. Hello! Today we're going to introduce you to another one of our amazing critters. We're going to be meeting Tony and Tigger today. Hi, guys! Now you notice it looks like there's some dirt down here, but that's actually coconut fiber. Now be nice to each other. That's called their substrate. So when I got them out of their enclosure, a little bit of coconut fiber got on the paper towel. So these are salamanders. Tony and Tigger are tiger salamanders. Can you guess why they're called tiger salamanders, Miss Kate?
Probably because they have super cool stripes.
It's because they look like little bitty tigers. Yes, they do. And these guys are so fun. We enjoy them. They have big personalities for little bitty guys. They are amphibians. They're not lizards. People think they're lizards sometimes. Salamanders are not lizards.
Are they letters?
No. They're amphibians.
Oh.
They're more closely related to frogs. Actually, tiger salamanders are the largest land-dwelling salamanders in North America. They can get up to 14 inches. These guys aren't 14 inches. They're little bitty guys. But who knows? They could grow. They can live for a long time, too. You know how long they can live?
How long?
To 25 years if they're taken care of really well. That's almost as old as me.
Oh.
Miss Kate, what if I told you that in the past few decades, 130 species of amphibians have been lost? They've gone extinct. What would you say?
They weren't practicing proper social distancing.
No.
They were really bad at washing their hands.
That's an excellent guess, but no.
They were subject to climate change, habitat destruction, invasive species, and pollution.
Yes, all of the above.
Okay.
Yes, climate change, pollution, disease, habitat loss, all of those things have affected the amphibians in our world. And that's sad because amphibians are amazing. And they are beautiful living creatures. They deserve to live, but they also do a lot of things for human beings. They help us with medicine. They help us understanding cell growth and regeneration. So amphibians are amazing and we need to take care of them. One of the reasons why this happens is because of a very big fancy word. It is permeable. That's a big word. That's like permeable. Permeability. That's 6 syllables. Permeability. They have this amazing skin that is super permeable. They have crazy permeability in their skin. That's just a big fancy grown-up word that means how things can absorb, right? So that's the reason I have these gloves on today. When I got them out of the tank, I didn't want to touch them because if I had something on my hands like sunscreen or lotion, anything like that could absorb right into their skin and get right into their little bloodstream, and I don't want to hurt them because I love Tony and Tigger. There are special tiger salamanders. Now, they are vertebrates. What does that mean, Miss Kate?
Vertebrates. Oh, that means that they have a backbone.
They have a backbone. That means they are like us. They can stand up. But they're different from other vertebrates because of their skin. Now, our skin is permeable, but not like theirs at all. Sometimes this is an advantage. That means sometimes it's a good thing. For instance, if they live somewhere where it's really dry, it helps them to be able to get water any way they can. So, for instance, there's a toad that he loves to just lie in water and just let it soak up through his belly. So that would kind of be like if I was saying, hey, Miss Kate, I'm really thirsty. I'm going to get a drink. Oh, that's delicious. Doesn't work that way for us though, right? But for amphibians with really thin skin, they actually put
that anywhere, Miss Cara.
They actually can drink through their skin. Now, that's a good thing, and that's a
Bad thing?
bad thing. Because if they're drinking through their skin, then whatever is in that water is going to get in their skin. And sometimes what is in water is not so great. What can end up in water if we're not careful, Miss Kate?
Oil.
Oil,
Chemicals.
fertilizer,
All the things.
all the nasty things that create pollution. And those things get into our water, and our poor little salamanders can't help but absorb it. Are you listening to me? He is just listening to me.
He's wrapped attention the whole time.
He says, I know you love me so much, and you just care about me. And then he's trying to get away. Tony, you're going to hurt yourself. Look at how strong his little tail is. There you go. All right, so what can we do to help save our amphibian population? It's pretty simple, actually. We can start by doing our part to not pollute. Keep garbage where garbage needs to be.
Recycle,
Reduce, reuse. Keep non-native plants and animals out of our natural environment. And that means animals or plants that aren't supposed to be here. Because these guys are amazing and they deserve to have a great shot at living happy, healthy lives. All right, we're going to do a little really quick science experiment today to understand a little bit more about permeability. Everybody say that word with me. Permeability.
You've got great permeability.
Okay, so I need my water. And this is going to show, this is something you can do at home pretty easily too. All you need are 2 containers with the same amount of water, some food coloring, and 2 eggs. We're going to have, they're both hard boiled, but one has a shell, one does not. Miss Kate, what do you think we're going to find out in this experiment?
How permeable an eggshell is?
We're going to find out if having that eggshell helps to keep from absorbing the liquid deep into the egg. Now, we're going to pretend that our food coloring is pollution. Nasty, icky pollution. We're going to put it in the water, and I'm going to put the same amount in each one so that the experiment is very correct, right? So here we go. Oh, yeah. Gonna put some in my other one. Oh, a little bit more over there, a little bit more over there. All right. Now I'm gonna take my egg with the shell and I'm gonna gently put it in here. I'm gonna take my egg that I already peeled and put it in the other one. I'm gonna put lids on these and let them set for at least 24 hours. And then when we come back and we do our next permeability video, we're gonna peel the egg that was unpeeled and then cut them both open and see how far our colored water was able to get inside. And that'll give us an example of how permeable skin works. So, thank you for coming today and watching us. We're going to be doing a lot more fun stuff. Miss Kate has a super fun experiment for later. And Mr. Malcolm has great experiments. We'll see you next time. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited that you're here today to see what happened with the experiment we did about permeability. Now, you remember when we talked about salamanders and you saw our salamanders, Tony and Tigger. I talked about how their skin was really different. Even for an amphibian, they have really permeable skin, which means things can get in it very easily. And remember, we talked about how that's a problem for them sometimes because of pollution, right? We did an experiment where we took 1 egg that was peeled and 1 egg that was not, hard-boiled eggs, and we soaked them in water with blue food coloring, just like this. So now today I have those eggs and we're going to cut into them and see how far that blue food coloring got in, okay? Are you ready? First thing we're going to do is look at the egg that did not have a shell. Just by looking at it, wow, you can really see how the blue food coloring just soaked right into that egg, didn't it? Here's the egg that had a shell. What a big difference, right? That shell gave a little bit of protection so the color couldn't soak in and get to what was on the inside. So let's cut into them, okay, and see what they look like. First, let's do our egg without a shell. Wow, look at that, all the way in the white of the egg. Isn't that amazing? Now let's try the egg that had a shell. Are you ready? Oh no! Oh my gosh! Miss Amy, I forgot to boil it. Not really. I have another one. I couldn't resist. Oh no, this one is just going to be put off to the side. Here's a real one. This one actually was boiled. Now, look at it. Look at the difference. This one had a shell on it, and I peeled it after. You can see how little the food coloring got in there, right? Look at this spot right here. You know why it got in there? I bet you know why, Miss Amy.
Had a crack.
It had a crack in it. That's right. So let's see how it got on the inside. Wow, almost nothing. Look at that. So the shell really protected the egg, didn't it? Just like skin protects us. And we have a lot more permeability in our skin than amphibians or salamanders do. Thank goodness. But those poor little guys need our help. So how can we keep this from happening to the amphibians that we love so much? Well, do your part and don't pollute, because all of the pollution that gets in the water that they live in can get inside their little bodies, and we don't want that because we want to keep all of our salamanders healthy and happy. All right. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, you want an egg mask?